Introduction. There are two basic types of musical instruments, chordophones and idiophones. Chordophones are instruments that produce sound from vibrations of strings, like a guitar, Chinese sing, violin, banjo, Chinese pipa, and hammered dulcimer. Idiophones are musical instruments that create sound by vibrating when struck. Some common idiophones are gongs, triangles, shakers, cymbals, spoons, castanets, and bireds of adzamu. Idiophones and chordophones are some of the key musical instruments that are associated with specific kinds of music in different cultures. Discussion. The Shona people of Zimbabwe are credited with the invention of the bireds of adzamu, the earliest known idiophone music instrument. This wooden instrument consists of a box with several metal tines or keys plucked to produce sound. The Shona people use the bira to communicate with the spirit world and as a tool for healing. The bireds of adzamu of the Shona people of Zimbabwe is a traditional instrument that is played during religious ceremonies. On the other hand, the chordophone family of instruments is believed to have originated in China. The earliest form of the chordophone is thought to be the Chinese pipa a long time ago. The zang, a type of Chinese lute, is also known to have started almost at the same time as the pipa. Over the centuries, these instruments spread throughout Asia and Europe and eventually became popular around the world. Today, many different types of chordophones are used in all kinds of music genres. Chordophones such as the Chinese pipa and zang are generally associated with classical music. However, these instruments can also be similar to other styles of music, such as folk and popular music. For example, the pipa has been featured in several modern rock and pop songs over the years. Conclusion. In conclusion, chordophones and idiophones are two different types of instruments that produce sound. Chordophones are instruments such as the Chinese pipa and zang that use strings to create sound. Idiophones are instruments such as bireds of adzamu that use metal or other materials to create sound. They are related to spiritual music. These musical instruments came from different cultures. For example, bireds of adzamu was mainly started by Shona of Zimbabwe from Africa. Conversely, chordophones such as zang and pipa were invented in China and later in Europe and Asia and were associated with classical music. Study Corgi can help you make your studies smarter. Visit studycorgi.com for more samples like this, study tips, and writing tools.